what happened today. Today wasn't as bad as the last couple days. I do not know how much money I made. I was supposed to go on a date with a poker player tonight, a $500 date, and he didn't fucking text me. So I'm really, really surprised. I thought for sure he was down. And I'm a little disappointed because, first of all, I'm missing out on $500. Second of all, I know we would have had fun. I'm positive we would have had fun. He was an interesting guy. What's his name? What was his name? Amazing how fast that goes, you know? Shit. So, let's see. I met, God, why do their names go away so fast? Who was that guy? Paul, and his buddy Mark came in, and Mark apparently is a baller, and I had met him at the very beginning of my day, actually, and I came up to him and he was like, "You're really cute." He was like, "Come back and see me." He was like, "I just told that girl right there I'd sit with her for a while, but he's like, come back and see me when she leaves." And I was like, okay. They sat together for hours, and then finally ended up going to VIP. No clue how long they were back there for, and then he left. I thought they were back there the whole time, and then he ended up coming back out again, and it turns out he and his buddy Paul had actually left. They went back to the hotel, and then Mark apparently was obsessed with the girl that he had been to the champagne room with. So he was like, "I want to go back to the strip club, blah, blah, blah." So when I came up to him, it was hours after I had met him, hours and hours after I had met him, when he came back, you know, and I thought he just came out of the champagne room, I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go sit with him. And even though I thought he'd been back there forever, I was like, well, maybe he wants round two. And so I went over to talk to him. Totally didn't recognize me. And then he just straight up asked for Charisma or something. I don't remember her name. I thought it was Christina, but his friend Powell told me that, who fucking knows? I don't have a clue what her name was. But he was on a mission to find her. Well, I had just been talking to another girl. Damn it, I meant to ask her how much she made off him. I had just been talking to another girl named, like, Sagittarius or something. She goes by some sign. And I'd been talking to Brett, the door guy, and he was telling me the different girls that made money. And she was one of them. So somehow her and I got caught up in conversation. And I sat down and started talking to her. Missed out on a lot of money because I sat down and fucking talked to her. You know, I did. I missed out on this one guy, but got his number, and I think he's gonna come back and see me hopefully tomorrow and do a curtain room, which means that'll be my first if he gets it. I hope. It'll be $400 of me for an hour plus 3 drinks. I am fucking tired. I went to work last night too at 2:30 in the morning, you know, didn't get like any sleep at all. Did yoga on the bed before I checked out of my Airbnb, literally fell asleep in child's pose at the very end of yoga, fell asleep in child's pose, woke up, you know, it was ending, and I was like, oh shit. I made it through the whole yoga section. Went to the gym, checked out of my Airbnb, got a new Airbnb, thank God. You know, and then work was, I don't know, I haven't counted my money, but it wasn't as bad as yesterday. That's for sure. I'm dirty. Powell loved me. Oh my God. I have never had somebody give me more compliments ever. I mean, ever. He was like, I studied anatomy, and he was like, I'm just looking at the way that the lines are on your body and the way your joints connect and the way he complimented me on some shit I've never thought about before, ever. He would not stop complimenting me. He was very, very genuine about it. Very, I don't know, he was super into me. Oh my God. Like, as soon as I took my top off, he was like, oh my God. He was like, you're fucking perfect. He was like, you're perfect. He goes, as soon as I saw you, I knew it. I knew you were perfect. It's obviously, it's very flattering to hear stuff like that, especially when you work with a million different people, Like, I work with a million people. So to have this guy, he told me I was in the top. I don't know why I'm saying any of this. I guess maybe just to remember myself, because it was very flattering and whatever. But he said I was in the top 20 hottest girls he's ever met. And he was like, and I've met thousands and thousands and thousands of women. And I was like, aw, thanks. Anyway, is there anything else important I want to mention? Not really. Pissed off somebody at the bar. Don't feel like talking about him. Whatever. I didn't piss him off. He pissed me off, and then I pissed him off. What else? Shit, I'm tired. Okay, very end of the night. This is the kicker. There has to be something else in there that was important. Anything that's happened that was important. Not really. I was standing around and some guy walked up to me and asked me for a dance. That's always nice, That's always nice. It's flattering. It's like, this dude just asked me for a dance out of like 500,000 girls. Like, he just walked around like a shit ton of girls come over and asked me for a dance. And I asked him why. I thought it was because his friend recommended me because I had danced for his friend earlier, and I know his friend had a good time. So I figured his friend said something to me, and he goes, no, I didn't ask him about it. He was like, I saw you and I wish I had gotten to you first, but he got to you first. And I was like, God damn it, I wish I had approached him instead. And he was more my type, just from a standpoint of looking not as much of a partier as this other kid, but the Russian chick, there's the blonde Russian chick that's there. This bitch is aggressive, like, whoa, I've never seen anything like it before. A lot of these girls are aggressive, like, whoa, but this one girl, like, oh my God, I need to wake the fuck up. But this one girl, okay, so guys are coming in the door, like, one or two every, like, 30 minutes or less. And so this black girl and this blonde Russian chick approached the same guy. And the black chick's like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And she starts a little bit of a conversation. Clearly has dude's attention. This blonde girl grabs his shoulder and flips him, like turns him like around. I don't remember what she said, but it was, something aggressive. Hey baby, something, I don't know. I was like, damn. I was like, I could tell she was aggressive just from looking at her, but damn. Honestly, I don't know how she doesn't get fired for the way she is, because I wouldn't want her in my club. I know that for sure. I wouldn't want her in mine. Okay, last thing of the night. This girl asked me for a ride. I was not feeling like giving her a ride. I'm falling asleep. It was, 9 o'clock then. It's 9:40 now. I knew it was going to be a long-ass time before I was going to get home. I'm fucking exhausted. The last thing I wanted to do, honestly, was give somebody a ride home. That was the last thing in the world I wanted to do. And, I want to shower. I want to eat. I didn't want to drive somebody home. And I made it pretty clear, like, why aren't you taking an Uber? And she was like, I'll give you $10, blah, blah, blah. It's only a $10 Uber ride. And I was like, so take an Uber, you know, because this is going to cost me an extra 25, 30 minutes out of my life, and I'm fucking tired. And boy, she proceeded to tell me some shit about her life. If any of it's true, you know, who knows? If any of it's true, this girl was trafficked, gang raped, escaped. She was trafficked at a bus stop. She was just sitting at a bus stop, and then all of a sudden, car pulls up, whatever. Oh, this poor girl. If it's true, I have such a difficult time believing people about anything anymore. I don't know why she would lie about this, but she spilled her life to me just now. I mean, just now. And I don't know. I believe her, I think. I wanted to say, do you fucking swear that this is true? But, you know, if she's a liar, swearing doesn't mean shit. Not that it means shit anyway, I suppose, but it was crazy. Oh my God, her story was awful. Apparently she's in a witness protection program right now. I don't know. She's from Texas. I feel bad for this girl. I don't feel bad for her. I don't know if I believe her. I think I believe her. But it is one of those things that really... She was talking about this guy raping her mouth. And she was like, I mean, that's the nicest way I could put it. Which makes me be like, what the fuck was he doing to you? You know? What the fuck was he doing to you? With a gun to her head, by the way. She was there for 12 days, and they were drugging her so that she couldn't barely walk, and they were with her every single day, and on the 12th day, they left her alone, and she was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. And she said that there were 2 other girls there also that had been there for a while that gave in. They just, they caved. They went from, you know, being victims to, what'd she say, being their whores is what she called it. And, oh my God, what the fuck? What the fuck? And Saturday, or whatever the fuck yesterday was, when I was leaving Rhino, there was a girl back there that had a pimp, and this chick doesn't even realize she has a pimp. And I didn't know if I should say anything to her or not. She was talking about this guy that's giving her all this money, and it's giving her all these gifts and all this shit, and now he's having her work to pay him back, and she doesn't even realize that he's a pimp. And he's got multiple other women, and he's got a main bitch. I heard all this. I was sitting next to her. She was saying all this out loud while I'm eating, you know, trying to force myself to stay awake. I tried to ask to go home. It doesn't matter. But she was like, no. She was like, I'm going to pay him back every single dime because he was really good to me, and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I wanted to be like, girl, you've got a fucking pimp. This is a strategy on his part. He didn't just give you, like, if it was a gift, let it be a gift and walk away and never talk to him ever again. And I was like, I don't know why I didn't say anything. I don't know. I felt like it wasn't my place to. But she's got a pimp and she doesn't even know it. She was talking about, this blew my mind, that he had a main bitch and that he didn't pay her, the girl I heard talking on the phone, any compliments because he was too focused on his main bitch. So I guess she's living with him and she'll get ready to go to work and she says he never fucks with me. He doesn't tell me I look good. He's never tried to kiss me. He's never tried to... And I'm like, what the fuck? Honestly, what the fuck is going on? Like, how does she not? Oh, god damn it. Fucking gotta turn around now. I'm way past my fucking exit. Man, if I crazy horse. I need to get something to eat. It's only 10 minutes. Now I'll be home by, well, I guess I'm not that far away. I'm supposed to be home by 9. It's 10 minutes out. It doesn't matter. Oh my god. So... oh my god. How is it possible to get yourself into situations like that? How? I honestly don't understand. Especially the girl that was in the dressing room. Not even... the girl that I just took home, she was 26. I could see it from her. She looked young and naive and fucking... I don't even know. I don't want to say distraught. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is with her. I mean, she was literally at a bus stop going home one day and then she ends up getting picked up and getting human trafficked. So she's had some shit happen to her. But this other chick, she's a grown-ass woman. Like, she's got to be at least in her mid-30s. And she doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And I do not understand how that's possible. She's never danced before, though. She's never seen this world. She doesn't know what kind of shit happens. I mean, I didn't know pimps still existed when I first started stripping. I thought that seemed like a fucking insane idea that no one would go for. Because it doesn't make any sense logically or emotionally. There is nothing about it that makes any fucking sense. I mean, maybe back a while ago, because you didn't have the internet, so you couldn't Google, how do I get my own apartment? Or how do I pay rent? Or how do I pay my fucking electric bill? So I do think that's part of the reason why girls get pimps, is because they don't know how to live life. They don't know how to do anything. How the fuck is this possible? Like, oh my god. Oh my god. And this is why I know I'm going to be teaching forever, because there's way too much to teach. There's so much. It's too much. It's too much to stop. You know? And having work on top of trying to put content out is tough. It's, you know, it's draining. It's draining to go to work and then to want to be creative outside of work. It's draining. It's like, man, I'm fucking exhausted. You know? Stripping's exhausting. My throat hurts. My glands hurt. My body actually feels pretty good. I'm really tired. I didn't get much sleep last night at all, though, and that's probably why. Like, I didn't get any sleep. I think I slept a couple or few hours before I went to work at 2:30, but I haven't slept since. So I feel sick because I'm so tired. Anyway, this is a really long episode. What a crazy night. I mean, that chick topped it off for me. And what do I do? You know, what do I do about this? Like, to be honest, and I know this is gonna sound fucked up, but I think you girls already know my perspective on it. I don't want to become friends with her because this is gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to be friends with her. Like, she's not a hustler. I can see it. You know, and I don't have time. Like, I'm tired and right? But then, oh my God, like I'm still at the point that I have to take care of myself and my family so that I can help other people. That's just how it is. I've told you girls that I've given away so much fucking money and so much time and so much energy to so many people, and it's gotten me literally nowhere. It's gotten me literally nowhere. I've lost friends because I've given them money, and a friend of mine had a theory on this because it was heartbreaking to me after I really thought about it. Like 5 of my best friends over the last 7 years or something like that, gone, you know, loan them $500 and then gone. And I mentioned this to a friend of mine who also has a don't loan money to friends policy anymore. And I said to him, like, my friends vanished. You know, I never tried to make them feel, I never did do anything to make them feel uncomfortable about it or anything like that. And he was like, it's not about you. He was like, it's about them. He said, they feel bad that they owe you money. They know that they owe you money and they feel bad about it. And I was like, and he goes, so after a while, like, they just start thinking, like, I don't even remember what he said. Something that was like devastating. It was like something they'll start to make up shit about me. To make themselves feel better. They'll start to make up shit about me to make themselves feel better. And I was like, well, that's interesting. That's an interesting thought. Not necessarily to make themselves feel better, but to make it so that they don't mind not paying me back or something. I don't remember what it was, but whatever it was like, oh, okay, well, I never thought about that as a possibility. So that sucks. Whatever. I have no idea why I got on that topic.
Then turn left onto Charles Ronald Avenue.
What do I do about the situation with this chick? I'm gonna see her tomorrow. I'm not gonna think about it. I need to find my fucking place. I need to go. Sorry, this is such a weird rant. This is a really weird day. It's a really weird day. Have a nice day. Have a nice night. Go make a bunch of money. I love you. I'm sorry, this is weird talk. We'll talk later. Ciao.